Hi everyone, Free for Stee episode 10. Just want to start by thanking everybody who's been watching the videos so far. Can't believe we've already hit episode 10. It's been over a month, but it feels like it's only been a week or two. Now, I do want to see what kind of feedback people might have on how the videos have been going since I started. Like, is there anything you'd like to see done differently or added in? Because I've been wanting to transition into having more actual gameplay in these videos, like I did last video with the hydrant near the end. The earlier videos were harder to do that since progress was happening quicker during the early parts of the game. Nothing really exciting that happens so early on. Yeah, I'd like any feedback from people. You can drop a comment if you want, because I've been looking at the analytics over time of the videos just to sort of see where people sort of drop in and out of the videos, where they sort of lose interest, and how long usually people watch the videos for, just to try and gauge where I can improve on the videos themselves. So any info will be great. Now, when I logged in this morning, there was a nice little Thanksgiving gift that they've given out. There it is. Yep, claim free gift. You get two rank 3 chickens, 2 rank 4 chickens, and a rank 5 chicken, some brews, energy, and a bit of silver, which is really nice because we're currently on the food grind at the minute to get our 3rd rank 6. There's a lot going on at the minute in the game. They just dropped the latest what's next in raid video yesterday, and there's a lot in there. I've took a few screen grabs of stuff throughout that video so I can pop on and show you. So they announced relics, so it's like a new improvement section. So next to your gear, so you're going to get relics where you can add them into champions, mix and match what you want, and they'll have different effects. So as you can see here on this screen grab in the video, they just showed a few of the relics in the storage that you can chop and choose between. They all have different abilities. So you can see like this one, it's got stats which you can upgrade it. We don't know currently how this works, so say if you have a champion like with Wukong, so on here, so the attacks one enemies will attack all remaining enemies with surplus damage if the target's killed. It's basically splash damage, but what we don't know yet is whether would Wukong's attack where he hits and kills one enemy and then within the same attack then hits everybody else, but would that apply to that? Because if so, that's really good. And then also they showed that within the relic, so you can see down the bottom here, there's a triangle and 2 circles which are gem slots, which I don't know if they're random on all of the like named relics, so all of these gore crescents will have the same 3, or are these random as well? It's probably going to be that these 3 gemstones when you get it are random as well. Again, don't know about the stats if they'll be random, but it probably will be. I think the only thing that's probably specific to it is, so gore crescent will always have this ability. Then you go into the gem storage, so it's split up into the actual shapes of the gems. You'll have different abilities. So they showed here some examples of a relic with 4 gem slots, and you can see they do all kinds of different things. You can tailor make your relic to specifically how you want your champion to play. If you have a champion such as like Drexler, he might be in regen gear and he might solo hard ice golem for you. You can put relic on and the gems which make him more effective or survive longer while he's soloing that content. So it's got the potential to be quite in-depth, but also really good. It just depends how they implement it, really. Yeah, because as you can see in this screen grab, they showed where you can actually just upgrade your relic. Now it looks here, so upgrade level and upgrade rank. So yeah, it looks like level 12 is going to be the highest, so you can probably level it up, rank it up to whatever is going to be the highest. But they've said that rare, epic, legendary, and mythic is the ranks of, the qualities of these relics. So I'd imagine that probably follows. So this might then, once you get up to rank 3, it might go yellow, like this one. So it'd be legendary. But this is all stuff we'll find out in the future. If they give us any more info in a future video, they showed that you can then craft the relics, so you'll get materials from, as here, this one shows you get materials from the new clan boss, which we'll go over shortly. But they did say that there's going to be other areas of the game like live arena and the clan shop where you can get materials. It might be all different types of relics, so it says here Chimera. This tab here is Chimera down here, so there might be a certain set amount of relics that Chimera's mats can make. What they did show is that in here where you drop in different materials, you can pick and choose between what materials you wanted to put in. So you could put 4 stacks of the rare materials in and it'll show you the percentage chance, but then you could say drop in 1 of each, and again it'll improve the odds of the higher rarity. So here they've got 2 rare and 2 mythical in. You can see the percentage chance of what the relic is going to be crafted as. Oh yeah, it shows you here, so it's got a 50% chance of it being a Chimera relic and then a 50% chance of a standard one by the looks of that. Yeah, so that's all to come. They did mention some changes to live arena and making it seasonal. I haven't really done much of live arena on my main account. Like, I've done bits here and there, but haven't really spent too much time on it, so I can't really comment too much on how it'll affect things because I'm not too into that game mode at the minute, so we'll see. But the fact that they're willing to update it and at least attempt to try and improve things, whether it actually improves it or not is to be seen, but it's good that they're at least trying, I suppose. They did also announce some quality of life changes. So one of them is background multi-battles. So what they've said with this is you can then, when you go into your battle setup screen, if you were going to then just start your multi-battles normally and watch it run through them, you've got this button now where it's start background multi-battle. So then it'll just run it in the background while you do other stuff in the game. So you can see here, these have set away in the video they did. Griffin in Doom Tower set it away to do the 10 runs in the background. And then on this one, Hard Ice Golem, they were doing 200 runs of it. And then you can see there, for example, in the menu when it was complete, the 200 runs. But what I'm not sure on is when these are happening, can you play other game modes? So while these dungeons are running in the background, could you then go and play arena? Or could you run campaign? Faction wars, for example? Could you set multiple away? So could you set 50 multi-battles away in campaign, making food, set 50 runs away in the dungeon, which is potentially like what's going on with the Fusion at the minute, where there's a champion training tournament and there's a finite tournament. So could you set one team away doing finite and then your campaign farmer away making food? We just don't quite know yet. All they really said in the game, in the video, was while the multi-battles happen, you can go look through your gear and stuff like that. They didn't really give too much away on that, so hopefully we'll get some more clarification on that in the future. Instant Hydra, they mentioned this, they're in the works of doing this. Now they didn't say this is sort of coming next patch, but they are working on it, but they didn't give any info on that. So I don't know if that's going to come alongside more changes to Hydra, because from what a lot of people are saying with the recent changes to Hydra, to do well in it you have to be more hands-on and manual than you used to in the past. So the idea of having instant Hydra battles right now, when the game mode is less auto than it used to be, you can still build up full auto teams, it just might not be as consistent as it used to be. Again, we don't know, that's down the line. They mentioned reworking the market, so I grabbed a screenshot where they've written on here shop aggregator, which I'm guessing is just a placeholder name, meaning that they are aggregating everything down into one location, so all of the shops. So you've got your normal Bastion market, you've got your clan shop, token trader, which is still crap, the bazaar, which is the tag arena shop, that's in there now, and then the altar of souls with domestic market. So they just shrunk it all down into one area, so you don't have to go navigating through 50 different screens to get to the different things you want, which that's good. But we don't know whether, when they said market rework, whether that means they're actually redoing the original market as well, so that there's actually better stuff in there, hopefully, because it's crap. Okay, so right, on to the new clan boss, and I am happy to say that I was practically right in in my previous video where I was discussing it when we only had at the time, I think it was two forms of the info. I made a bit of a prediction that the way that I thought that the boss was going to work is that you will fight one form, so either the lion, the ram, or the serpent, and then when it changes into its ultimate form, it'll be all three, which that's how it's going to start. You enter the battle and it's in its ultimate form, which is all three. 5 turns, it will then transform into one of the other forms. So like you've got the lion form here, the viper form here. I didn't quite catch a screenshot of the ram form because it was like a very quick transition. What they've said though is that it's on a very specific rotation, so you will be able to plan out what you want to do. So everything will happen at a specific time, a bit like on Demon Lord, where he always does his abilities in a very set rotation. But it's sort of like a combination of Hydra where there's different forms, but you don't have the RNG like Hydra. So when you kill a head in Hydra, it goes down and then it respawns as a random head that's not already up currently. So you can't really predict what's going to happen in your Hydra run, but on this you can. So they're just making it so that the difficulty is static and built in. But then speaking of difficulty, the way that they're doing this, oh yeah, so here they've said that the Chimera is going to have a maximum of 65 turns, then he flies off. I mean, you can see here it says 35 minutes, but I don't know whether that's they're manual in things, going slow, trying to do the trials, which I'll get into shortly. It's not going to be 1,000 turns like Hydra and Demon Lord and stuff like that, so it should be quicker. But yeah, trials, so I mentioned these before. You can see this counter here where it's got 5. That means that the person doing this run has completed 5 trials. And these are the trials, so there's going to be a tab that you can open within the fight where there's different trials in each form. And all you've got to do is do certain things to complete a trial, and then you then gain some rewards for doing it. But every time you complete trials, it increases the difficulty of the boss within that difficulty level. So if these are running the Chimera on normal difficulty, this is a way of sort of increasing the difficulty on normal. I suppose it's a good way of having progression within difficulty levels, so it's not sort of like Demon Lord where you go from easy to normal, normal to hard, hard to brutal, and so on. It's extremely static with the difficulty. You can sort of pick and choose what you want to do, because once you start getting to these higher things where he's ignoring all of your buffs and he ignores all of your defense and he gains more damage and crit rate and crit damage, he'll just get to the point where probably just wipes you out. I think the ultimate form is the one that gets the buff. I don't believe the single forms get these buffs. Yeah, you can see here the rewards they got for completing trials is here at the end of the battle. So they got some crafting materials and one of the gemstones. But then they've shown this as well, so it's going to be similar like on the other clan bosses where depending on how much damage you do, you get a chest. And then again, if the clan kills it, you get 2. And then you can see here the rewards from one of them chests. I'm not sure what this is. See, it looks similar to a Chaos Orb, but it's only rank 2, so I don't know if it's going to be some form of like extra material you can put in when you're crafting. Although these ones were upgrading the level of the relic, so this might be for the rank. You need these to upgrade the rank possibly, but again we'll find that in time. Clan Gold and then Clan XP, but then the main thing here, you get fragments of a new mythical champion, so everyone can work towards another mythical champion. So that'll be 2 that we have to definitely work towards. Yeah, so those are the screen grabs that I've got. So it's looking quite nice. Again, we don't know when everything's coming into the game as of yet. It's nice to see that some good things are coming, bring up some hype in the game. And speaking of hype in the game, they also randomly dropped a new collaboration that they're doing with He-Man. So they did this half a year or so ago, I think it was, and they did it with Xena. And they did the same champion passes like they did here with Xena, where they made it so you had to buy the champion pass here so that you could get He-Man at the end. You've got the skipped one. But personally, £40 for these, it's It's a bit much for me on my main account. Obviously, it's not going to happen on this because it's a free play account. But even on my main account, I'm not tempted by that. For me, it's a bit too much. But for people who are a fan of He-Man, they might love it and they might want to get it. Or just for people who, you know, might have more disposable income and don't mind paying that. It's whatever, really. When you think about it, in comparison to Sacred Shards, you could spend £40 on 3 Sacred and get absolutely shit all, 3 crappy epics. Or you could go in the Champion Pass, spend the £40, and then you are guaranteed to eventually, when you finish the pass, get He-Man. You could finish the pass. It goes on for 8 weeks. The chance of nobody finishing this, if you've been playing from the start, is so minuscule. But then at the same time, which they didn't do last time with Xena, but they have with this time, is there's a 7-day login champion of Skeletor. So everyone can get him just by logging into the game, which is going to be really nice, especially for us because we've still only got Wukong as our legendary. So we're going to grab him in a few days' time, and then work along to getting the soul. And then phase 2 starts after you finish this. It kicks in, and then you just do bits of the game. Once you start this, you need to be doing it. Yeah, you've got a week leeway basically. So you've got a week's worth of days that you could either do nothing and do the 75 points every other day, or you might get to 50 points one day, you do your 75, you know, sort of catch up. So you've got 7 days, so it should be easy as long as you're playing a decent amount every day. But getting a 5-star soul, a nice primal shard as well, and then some free bits of accessories as well. It's really nice, especially for an account like ours, which is early. Now the fragment fusion event that's going on as well, I did want to try and do him because he would be really nice to have, but I just can't justify doing it yet on this account. But apparently at the weekend there has been rumour that there's going to be a different 2 times event. So apparently one day it's going to be 2 times on Ancients, next day 2 times on Voids, and the last day 2 times on Sacreds. So if that's true, I will be pulling all of mine just to see if we can get anything nice while it's on the 2 times, because it's what I've been saving all these for, really, is for 2 times. So if that happens, I'll record them all and then chuck it in the next video whenever I record that. But yeah, so apart from that, we're currently just farming food at the minute, and then we'll probably see if these summon events happen at the weekend. We'll see if we get anything nice, see if that jumps up the list. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Like I say, if you do have any feedback for these videos, then drop a comment and let us know what you think, if you think there could be any improvements. And then if you are interested, there's quite a few of the Raid Explained videos out now, and I've got a few more done, just ready to upload. So if you are interested, just check them out. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.